Good morning, children. Sairam. Welcome back to our English class. As you all know that you all are growing up, right? So you all must have some ambition in your life that you want to become a doctor. Some must have the ambition or dream to become an engineer, architect, and become a big sportsman or athletic or big swimmer, right? We all have many ambition. Each and every one has got the ambition, right? So have you, oh, anyone has got the ambition to become an astronaut? Yes, it's very interesting to become an astronaut. Now let us learn to become an astronaut, what should we do? Okay, now today in English lesson, we have an interesting topic about the astronauts. Now first, let us know and update our knowledge. What should we do to become an astronaut? Okay, now this is NASA. Have you ever heard about NASA? NASA, NASA. This is the symbol of NASA. Now, what is NASA? Yes, NASA is a short form. It stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. What is NASA? It is a short form, okay? Now, the full form is National Aeronautics and Space Administration. NASA was started on October 1st in the year 1958 as a part of the United States government. NASA is in charge of US science and technology that has to do with airplanes or space. So many people are working in NASA. So what does NASA do? So what does NASA do? It does a lot of different things. NASA makes the satellites, yes, which you can see on the space. The satellites helps the scientists learn more about the Earth. NASA sends probes into the space. So this is called the probes. So they send from NASA, they send the probes, they send the satellites, and they learn all about the Earth which is going on there. So that is why we have to, the many people are working in NASA. Now, NASA scientists, many scientists are there in NASA who study things in the solar system and even farther away. So, they learn more about solar system and even very extensively they learn many things. A new program will send humans to explore the moon and one day Mars. So we learn about all about the solar systems. Many planets are there, right? NASA also shares what they learn with others. People who do not work at NASA can use NASA ideas to make inventions. So these new inventions can help and make the life on Earth better. Now, would you like to be an astronaut? So he is an astronaut. So do you all like to be an astronaut? So would you like to go to the moon or travel in the space? So how much nice it would be when we travel in the space, right? So just you have to imagine or dream to become an astronaut. So to become an astronaut, what you have to study? What to study to become an astronaut? So we have to study whatever you want to become. If you want to become a medical student, a big doctor, you have to take science and you have to learn medical. So same like that, we have many things to study. So to become an astronaut, we have to study. That is, the agency's basic requirements are a bachelor's degree in engineering. So you have to do engineering, biological science, physical science, computer science, or mathematics, followed by 3 years of professional experience. 3 years of professional experience. So what you have to study? Bachelor degree. You have to take the degree in bachelor's in engineering or biological science, physical science, computer science, or mathematics, followed by 3 years of professional experience. So you have to do professional experience also, or 1000 hours of pilot, or you have to fly the aeroplane of 1000 hours of pilot in command time in jet aircraft. So you have to fly the jet aircraft for 1000 hours. So candidates also must pass NASA's astronaut physical examination. So physically also you should be fit. So you have to pass that also. That is NASA's physical examination. So if you are fit and if you do all these degrees, so you can become an astronaut or work with other scientists in NASA. So learning to live with weightlessness. So how do you feel when you reach this space? You feel weightlessness. So learning to live with weightlessness is just part of an astronaut's training. You also need education and experience to become an astronaut. So we would love to see some spiral galaxies while we are in space. Suppose if you reach this space, we can see many stars and spiral galaxies, moon, and you can feel very light when you move in the space. Okay. So these are the things we can experience in the space. Now, did you know some of the facts? That is, the moon. So I hope you all know the moon is slowly drifting away from the earth. Means it is moving far away from the earth. So every year the moon moves roughly 3.8 centimeter further away from the earth. So every year 3.8 centimeter means this much. So 1 centimeter is this much, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 3.8 centimeter. So moon is drifting away. It is moving away from the earth. So after 50 billion years, so can you see the earth here? So this is the moon. It goes around the earth. So slowly it is drifting away. It is moving away from the earth. So how much it is moving now? It is moving 3.8 centimeter. So the moon is going far away from the earth every year. Now after 50 billion years, what will happen? The moon will take 47 days to orbit the earth. So the moon is going around the earth. It is going to take 47 days to complete one rotation. Okay, compared to the current time. Now how much it is taking? Now it is taking only 27.3 days. It is taking to complete one orbit of the earth. It takes only 27.3 days. But after 50 billion years, the moon will take 47 days to complete one orbit of the earth. Okay, so all these scientists have, yes, they have read all about this. They have done so many researches about the space. Now craters, this is called craters. It is in the space. So there are 500,000 craters on the moon's surface. So we have surface on the earth the same way we have this surface in the space also. So in the space we have craters like this, like it is a small hole here. So there are 500,000 craters on the moon's surface. Okay. Now what is crater? So a crater is a bowl-shaped depression or hollowed out area. It is hollow. There is a deep hole produced by the impact of a meteorite, volcanic activity, or an explosion. So suddenly there is some explosion or volcanic erosion or some meteorites, they fall on the surface of the space. So they make the hole there, that they make the depression there. So what is impact craters? Craters produced by the collision of a meteorite with the earth or another planet or moon are called as impact craters. Craters are nothing but when there is something different happening in the space. So sometimes the meteorites fall, or sometimes volcano is there, or sometimes there is an explosion. So there is a depression. So there is a explosion. So there is an explosion when the craters are formed. So like that, there are 500 billion craters are there. Now let us learn this interesting lesson about some astronauts who have already stepped on the moon. They are sharing their experience in lesson number 12, a walk on the moon. Okay children, now remove your books and keep the book, your New Voices English textbook. You can open the page number 100 and take lesson number 12. Okay, and you can you can take your pencil and eraser also. You can note down some important meaning or some important words to underline. Okay, now this is your lesson number 12, a walk on the moon. Now in the first page of your lesson, so I hope you are ready with your book. If you are not ready, just pause the video and get the book and the pencil and then eraser. Okay, now the first page of your lesson, we have this: label these planets as you go along in space with astronauts Mita and Shiraz. So they are Mita, she is Mita and she is Shiraz. So they are walking, they are going in the space and they are visiting, they are seeing some of the planets there. So you are going to name these planets. The first one here is the sun. Here is the sun. It is already named here. So you have the white color boxes here so that you can write the planet's name over there. The first one is Mercury. M-E-R-C-U-R-Y, Mercury. Just write it in the box. The next one is followed by Mercury is Venus. V-E-N-U-S. The next one is Earth. E-A-R-T-H, Earth. Mars. M-A-R-S, Mars. Jupiter. J-U-P-I-T-E-R, Jupiter. Saturn. S-A-T-U-R-N, Saturn. Uranus. U-R-A-N-U-S, Uranus. Neptune. N-E-P-T-U-N-E, Neptune. So these two kids, they are visiting in the space and they are seeing so many planets over there, right? So you all write these planets' names in your textbook. Now we'll move on to the lesson. So these are the planets which is arranged like this. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and the Neptune. The biggest planet is Jupiter and which is near to the sun is Mercury. So we have planets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 is 9. Okay. Now we'll move on to the lesson. Now before we go into the lesson, let us learn some new words. So as we are learning these new words, after learning these new words, find out these words in your textbook and underline it. You might have your dictations in this lesson. Okay, now let's start. Number 1, humanity. 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 Number 2, satellite. 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 Number 3, cosmonaut. 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 So number 1, humanity. Number 2, satellite. Number 3, cosmonaut. Okay. Number 4, space suits. SPACESUITS, space suits. Number 5, oxygen. OXYGEN, oxygen. Number 6, spaceships. SPACESHIP, spaceship. Number 7, giant. GIANT, giant. Number 8, magnificent. Number 8, magnificent. MAGNIFICENT, magnificent. MAGNIFICENT, magnificent. Number 9, desolation. DESOLATION, desolation. Now let's read once again. Space suits, oxygen, spaceship, giant, magnificent, desolation. Number 10, merrily. MERRRILY, merrily. Number 11, CEREMONY, ceremony. CEREMONY, ceremony. Number 12, RADIOED, radioed. RADIOED, radioed. Number 13, contemplate. CONTEMPLATE, contemplate. Number 14, listening. What is this? Listening. LISTENING, LISTENING, listening. Okay, let's read once again. The other words are number 15. Okay, let's revise this once again. Merrily, ceremony, radioed, contemplate, listening. Number 15, pause. PAUSE, pause. Number 16, moment. MOMENT, moment. Number 17, dusty. DUSTY, dusty. Number 18, specimens. SPECIMENS, specimens. Number 19, events. EVENTS, events. Number 20, surface. SURFACE, surface. Okay. So now these are the hard words which you have to learn by heart and just underline all these words, find out in your textbook and underline all these words and learn the spellings by heart. Now let's move into the lesson. You can follow either the slide or you can follow your textbook. When I'm reading, just point out. Okay, now the first one. Let's start. Okay, humanity will always remember. Humanity means people. Remember this date, 20th July 1969. It was the day when the first men from Earth landed on the moon. So what is the special day about it? It was the first men from Earth, the first men who landed on the moon, Years of hard work and a lot of money had been spent in trying to send a person to Earth's closest neighbor and its only natural satellite. Both Russia and America had sent several rockets into space, and Yuri Gagarin, the Russian cosmonaut, was the first man who traveled into space. Okay, children, let me read again. So, humanity should remember, we all should remember this date. Humanity will always remember 20 July 1969. So, what is the special about that day? So, it was the day when the first men from Earth landed on the moon. So, from the Earth, a person who went in the space, who landed on the moon. So years of hard work it took, many years it took to land there on the moon. So after years of hard work, and they spent lots of money, NASA spent lots of money they had spent in trying to send a person to the Earth's closest neighbor, and it's only natural satellite. So both Russia and America had sent several rockets in the space. In the space means up. So, and Yuri Gagarin, and who is Yuri Gagarin? He is the Russian cosmonaut. He was the first man who traveled into the space. So do you know who was the first woman who went to space? Yes, it's your work to find out and tell me in the next class, or when we have meeting in the next month, you are going to tell me who was the first woman who went in the space. Okay. So he is the Yuri Gagarin. He is the person who landed. Yes, he is the person who landed on the moon, who traveled in the space. So this is the space suit dress. Suit means dress. We cannot go with the ordinary dress. We have a special helmet like it is. They have the special suit, shoes, boots, gloves, everything. This is the cosmonaut dress, astronaut dress. Okay. So he is the person, Yuri Gagarin, who stepped. He was the first man who landed, who traveled into space. Okay. Now we'll be continuing our lesson in the next session. And so thank you children. Bye bye.